before you met me, right? How many job applications you have sent? So
Yeah.
tell me, before you met me, what is your job search journey? Like, how did you start approaching these jobs? What did you do?
Because everyone out there was saying there is no job, right? So I was also feeling the same that there is no
Yes.
job.
Coding, I know Java, I know all the frameworks. I'm very good at my skill set. Certification कर लिया मैंने, प्रोजेक्ट कर लिया, मेरे को जॉब मिल जाता है.
How you are approaching.
Yes.
Not about solving all the questions, but it is about how you are presenting it.
So do you really think that market is that bad that jobs ही नहीं मिल रहा है market में?
Free नहीं था and due to which I was not even getting the call.
Yes.
क्योंकि LinkedIn से I literally got 5 or 6 inbound offers.
This is the changes you made on your LinkedIn. What made your LinkedIn right now attract the inbound offers from knack and all these companies?
And that rejected my.
Before you have just an account on LinkedIn, now you have a personal brand on it. Getting the call is the biggest issue, or clearing the round is the biggest issue, or finding the jobs is the biggest issue. What do you think is a major challenge you have faced? Again, welcome to Grow with Gireesh podcast. So today we are again with one more success story, and I would say one more inspiring story which I have handled in the last couple of days. So today, as you know, this is a podcast where we focus on mostly on different working professionals from different backgrounds and we'll discuss about their journey, how they landed their dream jobs. So today we have Sakshi Khandelwal in front of us, who is already a working professional working with a service-based organization before, with a certain number of CTC, and she has 200% increase hike. He got 100% hike when she's making it to the next shift into the new organization. So I just wanted to discuss her journey today. Okay, let's talk to her and understand what exactly the challenges did she face in this whole journey, and what are her takeaways, her learnings, and what exactly she's going to contribute to you in terms of with her journey. Okay, so let me start the session for today. So hi Sakshi.
Yeah, hi Gireesh.
Hi, thank you for coming and doing the session with me. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's jump into time with the questions. Let's keep it candid. Okay. So and make sure whatever you come, make sure that would be useful to all the people who are listening to the podcast. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
So just before we start anything, Sakshi, just wanted to give you a brief. Just introduce yourself, what exactly you do, what exactly currently you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi everyone. I'm Sakshi Khandelwal, and currently I'm working as a full stack developer. And my expertise are in .NET, Angular, SQL, and Azure DevOps. And I recently got a new job offer from one of the top IT company after joining Gireesh. So yeah.
Okay, got it. So mostly you work into .NET developer, right? You are working into .NET developer and
Yeah.
DevOps.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So can you
my
just give me
profile is actually full stack developer. So,
okay. How many years of experience do you hold? Can you just shed a light on that as well?
Yeah. So currently I have 2.9 years of experience.
2.9
And
years
when
of
I
experience.
started, yeah, so from my beginning only, I am working as a full stack developer only. So it was like I started with .NET, and then I switched to Angular and then SQL, and now I'm working in Azure DevOps as well.
Okay, got it. Super. Great. So now we are talking about, before we talk about success, before we talk about the new hike, I wanted to go back and wanted
Yeah.
to discuss about your story. What happened before we met, or what happened with your job search journey? So my question to you is, let's rewind 7.5 weeks back. Okay. So
Yeah.
before you met me, what is your job search journey? Like, how did you start approaching these jobs? What did you do to get new job offers? So tell me about your job search journey before you met me, and also share some of the challenges you faced when you're doing the job search before you met me.
Yeah, sure. So I think I started my job search journey in August 2023. And I started updating this resume thing and then updating the Naukri profile, as everyone say, right, to update the Naukri profile every day. So I was doing the same. But I think at that time, no one was there to, guide me better. And the problem I was facing is, I think I took around 10 days to even create a resume. And that was also not the ATS free. I got to know when I joined you. Okay. So yeah, so ATS free nahi tha, and due to which I was not even getting the calls. And when I got the calls, I even had an interview in one of the big four company. and they offered me some 15 LPA. Okay, but the issue there is, I was not able to clear one HR question, and that rejected my profile. So, there I got the hit that, I was able to make everything, but not the, a very simple question. So from there, I understood that, we don't have to only work on the technical scale, but we also have to, go through this question.
Correct.
And I was going through some YouTube stuff, YouTube videos, how to answer this kind of question, but there was no more mock interviews as such, right? So when I set into interviews, I realized that thoda practice is not good.
Okay, got it. So on an average, before you met me, right, how many job applications you have sent in the span of 3-4 months from August 2022, June 2023 to later part you met me, right? How many job applications you would have sent in that period of time?
I think it was some 30-40, and the reason behind it is because everyone out there was saying there is no job, right? So I was also feeling the same, that there is no job, and I literally stopped applying. Okay, matlab after having that breakdown ki 15 LPA ka crack nahi hua due to the one of the HR question, I literally stopped applying in the job because everyone out there was saying, Sakshi, it's not the good time to switch. So I thought, let it be karke. I wasted my time. But when I started with you, I found that there are n number of jobs available. It's just that how you are approaching.
Yes, market kharab hai, theek hai, manta
My
hu,
approach was wrong.
Got it. So the point you're telling is market kharab hai, but market itna kharab bhi nahi hai that you don't have any jobs, right? Then how will we?
Yeah, if you have skill, you will definitely get it.
Yes. So I think it's a very good point you have highlighted. So one question I would love to understand is, right, so when you said that you have cleared all technical rounds and you're not able to clear one HR round, right, which is the most important crucial round.
Yeah.
So a lot of people have this confidence that, okay, I know coding, I know Java, I know all the frameworks, I'm very good at my skill set, certification कर लिया मैंने, project कर लिया, मेरे को job मिल जाता है. So आपको क्या लगता है, technical skills के only because of technical skill get a job, or there are other skills which you need to master to crack a high paying job? What do you think?
As per my interview experience, like I have given some 15 plus interviews. Okay, and as per that, I feel that it is not only about the technical skills, but also how you are speaking, how you are delivering your things, and how you are presenting yourself is the main thing. Yes. Matlab, it happened like I was given 3 coding questions in some this Commonwealth Bank and so many good companies, BCG and all. But I was able to do only 2 questions. But there I realized that it is not about solving all the questions, but it is about how you are presenting yourself.
Yes.
Even apart from the technical things.
Yes. Yes. So
as I said, right, in one of the big 4 company, I just because of one HR question, I was not able to crack it.
So yes. Yes. So along with technical skills, you should have the soft skills part as well, so that you know all these things to move forward the interviews as well. Absolutely, got it. Now, one thing I wanted to tell you, right? So share me, you said that you stopped after applying a couple of jobs because market is bad and everything, right? So do you really think that market is that bad that jobs ही नहीं मिल रहा है market में? Or do you think that, Gireesh, maybe people don't know the right strategies to find these jobs or right approach to get these jobs? What do you think is the issue? Market इतना खराब है क्या?
Market is not that bad, and after this April thing, right? I think new financial year start हुआ है, and there are multiple job openings. And for freshers, yes, I am seeing multiple job openings for freshers as well when I am applying for myself. So there are good opportunities. And one more thing to add, like it is not only the Naukri, but also you must know how to apply on LinkedIn as well.
Yes.
Because LinkedIn say I literally got 5 or 6 inbound offers, and that was from good companies like Nagaro, LTI, Mindtree, and all.
Okay.
So I think
when you said that I got inbound offers, people are curious, right? How come they're getting inbound offers? मेरे को job ही नहीं मिल रहा, right? So आपको पहले नहीं मिलता था, right? Before in LinkedIn, you are not able to get inbound offers, right? So what is the changes you made on your LinkedIn? What made your LinkedIn right now attract that inbound offers from Nagaro and all these companies?
Yeah. So previously I was, only focusing on the Naukri profile only, and honestly, I didn't even, made good changes in the Naukri as well. It was just updating it regularly. But after
Yes.
meeting you, right, you taught me how to, LinkedIn ko banner change kiya. Main thing is the profile and the headline. Then I was, I added all the projects there, my experience, whatever I did, right? I made it so clear that, if anyone come to my profile, it will be very easy to understand what I am actually.
Yes.
And then I started sharing my experiences as well. So yeah, that really helped me.
Okay, so basically, before you have just an account on LinkedIn, now you have a personal brand on LinkedIn. You're building your brand on it.
Yeah.
Right? So do you think really people should really focus on personal branding on LinkedIn and it will help them? How you have helped you? What do you think?
Yeah. I think it's very important to do the personal branding.
Okay, got it. Really good point, because I want to touch on that point as well. Okay. Now, one question I wanted to ask you is, tell me, what are the biggest challenges you faced during your job search when you are doing everything on your own? मतलब आप जो दिन है before you started with me, right? What is the major challenge? मतलब, is it getting the call is the biggest issue, or clearing the round is the biggest issue, or finding the jobs is the biggest issue? What do you think is a major challenge you have faced before you started with me?
I think the resume ही shortlist होना was the major thing. Because when I started, matlab, if you want to try for good companies, right, it is very important that you clear the first step, which is the resume screening. अगर resume ही नहीं हो रहा है, तो there is no need, you prepare for the technical round or the HR round.
Correct.
So the first thing is the resume. You have to work on that. And you have to be very clear what roles are you applying for. मतलब हर कुछ ऐसे नहीं apply करना है. You have to make sure that at least 75% of the skills are matching with your resume.
Okay.
So if I say I am a full stack .NET developer, then I should not go and apply for a Java profile because Java do have a full stack profile. So I should be
so basically, you're saying
I should
randomly. Basically, you're saying you should not randomly apply jobs.
Yeah,
right?
True. Yeah.
Got it. Now let's dive some numbers, because I want to give a reality check to all the people who are seeing this podcast. Okay. To give a clarity, guys, Sakshi has cracked a job offer in 7.25 weeks. Okay, she has cracked in 2.5 weeks. That's a record statement in terms of my coaching currently. Now let's break down how she cracked it, because I wanted to address this point. So Sakshi, मेरे को लोग बोलते हैं कि गिरीश, आई एम अप्लाइंग 100 जॉब एप्लीकेशन, मेरे को कॉल्स नहीं आ रहा है, मेरे को जॉब नहीं मिल रहा है. सो आपका मैथमेटिक्स अभी ब्रेक डाउन कर लेंगे. ओके, इन 7.5 weeks, on an average, combined LinkedIn, Naukri, and all these platforms, how many job applications you have applied?
I think it is somewhere around 300. And out of the
out of 300. Out of 300, how many calls did you receive?
Yeah, out of 300, I think I got some calls around 15, 20.
Okay.
And that were from good companies only. So it was like, I'm not counting the companies which is not relevant for me, or they were not, matching my skill sets. So
got it.
I'm
Maybe
not
tier 2, tier 3 companies which are also approaching you to other opportunities. Okay, got it. So out of 15 to 20 companies, how many interviews has been scheduled?
So interview scheduled, I think, for 8 or 9 companies.
Okay. So 8 or 9 pe you have cracked one. Right? You have cracked one job offer out of 8 of 9 interviews which are scheduled. Correct? So the number is 300 is to 15 good companies is to 2 interview calls, 2 interviews done is to 1 offer letter. Guys, मेहनत लगता है bro. जो लोग मेरे को बोलते हैं, if you are feeling that आपने ज्यादा मेहनत कर रहा है, even though market is good, see now how she will be able to find 300 jobs is a challenge, but she has put the work. So understand one thing, it doesn't matter how good your skill sets are. If Virat Kohli is not playing good amount of number of balls, right? Right? It doesn't matter who is Virat Kohli or what. You have to play enough number of calls to become great. So I think it's a very good point.
It's all about the numbers.
Yes. It's all about the numbers, more options, less problems. So if you're also struggling to not getting offer letters, keep up, increase the number according to the skill set. It will definitely work. Thank you for sharing this, because this have to give a reality check, because लोगों को result दिखता है, but लेकिन मेहनत नहीं दिखता है. So मेहनत दिखने के लिए they want to understand this is what actually takes. and she has been consistent for 7.5 weeks, guys. No break. So, and one more thing, consistency. This 700, 200, 300 jobs he has applied on in 7.5 weeks. People not do it in whole year also. So that's the main point I wanted to understand here. Okay, now let's come to a little bit in later. Okay, now we discussed about the problems and challenges. Now, tell me, how did you discover about my coaching services, and how did you come to me?
So my friend Bhanu, so he referred me that, so he saw me how much I am struggling, right? And I met him before, some 3 years, and he was seeing me that, how hard I am doing in my corporate life, and, still I am not happy with the package I'm getting. So I also got this job, this package, my first job, I mean, when it was Corona time, and I was thinking that I literally don't deserve this package. So he knows that thing, and he was like, Sakshi, I will definitely help you whenever I get someone. So he found you, and then he was like, Sakshi, you go and check with Gireesh.
Okay, so that's how you started with me. Okay.
Yeah.
Chalo, got it. So good. So now one thing I wanted to ask you is, what made you to decide, bhai, maine, see, because there are two kinds of people. I address this on every podcast, right? So you have tried by yourself. आपने जो journey है, like the company you have got out automatically because of HR and everything. You tried everything, right? So what is the point that you decided, Sakshi, बस यार, मतलब अभी help चाहिए मेरे को. I want a guy, or I want a process where I know exactly this will give me result. So what do you suggest people? Should I try everything by themselves without taking help, or should I take professional help? What do you suggest?
So, as per my experience, I would say that it's good that if you have someone to guide you. Because when, let's say, अगर मेरे को आप August 2023 में ही मिल गए होते, right? So I would have got a new job around November or December, right? And उतना जितना, let's say I paid you some amount, उतना amount तो I would have earned as अभी तक तो, correct? So people think that they are saving money if they are not investing on someone, right? So if they are not paying to someone, they are saving the money. But I don't think it's good. It's like if you have someone to guide, so it's good only for you.
So basically, the whole statement is, investing in yourself is the biggest investment, guys.
Biggest investment, yeah, true.
So help लेना सीखो, help लेना जरूरी भी है. I'll also keep taking help also, right? So yeah, very good point, Sakshi. That's a very good point.
People think that YouTube से पढ़ लेंगे, right? But they don't think कि हम उसमें कितना time invest कर रहे, right? We go on YouTube to learn something, then we end up watching a movie.
Yes, that goes on. Yeah. That circle goes on, I think. Yeah, good.
Now, no one is there to, right? So
yeah, basically you can call it as accountability. Here you have accountability when you have a coach or when you have a person who is guiding you, right? Okay, cool. Now, let me ask you one more question, right? So you have been working with me approximately for 7.5 weeks, right? So tell me, what are the top 3 things you learned over the 7.5 weeks through my coaching services? Anything. It can be not only in terms of job search, not only technical. Anything, top 3 learnings you have got from my coaching from last 90 days.
I think one of the biggest thing I like is tracking the day. So, I was not even tracking my day before, right? And abhi it is like I'm tracking all my things, whether I have completed it or no. And usse kya hota hai, I am not missing anything in my whole schedule.
Yes.
And it is very easy now to do, plan my day accordingly. Super. And one more thing, it is like, you have to focus on the numbers. So previously I was like, I apply on 10 jobs, then I start thinking like, अरे मेरे को तो call ही नहीं आ रहा, right? But it should be like, that we should be knowing that अगर 50 job apply कर रहा है, तो we will get only 4 or 5 calls.
Yes.
So that thing also I literally learned.
Superb.
And one more thing, so I always think that if I do investment on myself, right, so it will always be worth. So this time also it was really very worth.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So the amount you invested and the return of investment you got is, I think, it's pretty high.
I think it is too much. The learnings are too much, lifetime learnings. These are
great. Superb. Now, one thing I wanted to ask you is, right, I wanted to understand, see, there are a lot of people who provide coaching services and everything, right? So I want to talk about the support. What kind of support did you get? Is it like, okay, you only got a technical stuff, okay, session pe aa jao, matlab, Okay, you take only support in a particular kind of team, or you got what kind of support did you receive throughout my coaching services, and are you satisfied with that stuff as well in terms of the support?
Yeah. So I think it is not about, I will give you something to do and you do it later, right? Then but it was like, I will do it with you. So that was the good thing, right? I think we completed our resume thing in just 2 days.
Yes.
Whereas I was saying when I was doing it alone, I took some 10 to 12 days. And
Yes.
wo bhi acha nahi bana, right? And after completing the resume, we started with LinkedIn optimization. And then in just 5 or 6 days, we even started with applying the jobs.
Yes. Yes.
तो
Yes.
वो बिल्कुल it was going in good
Pace.
path कि सब कुछ line by line होते जा रहा है, and it was really good.
Great. Got it. So basically, the do it with you model is something which helps you in terms of to be on track and be accountable and all this stuff. Right. Cool. Got
And
it.
one more thing I would to add is it is not all about the job search, but even in my personal stuff, right? Like wherever I feel stuck, if you are doing something of your own, so you are not someone who is saying that मैंने सिर्फ job search का लिया है, right? I am only targeted to that part, right? But you literally help me in other things as well to understand other part as well. So yeah, people actually doesn't do that.
हाँ समझ गया मेरे को मैं I have just agreed on this part topic and I'll only help you with this. I think that's how it works.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So I generally believe that doesn't work because then I'll become a teacher, I'll not become a coach. Okay?
Yeah.
टीचर क्लास पे आता है पढ़ाते हैं फिर निकल जाता है एंड कोच आपके साथ बैठता है काम करता है राइट कोच इज डिफरेंट गाय टीचर डिफरेंट गाय okay so last couple of questions before we wind up Sakshi is I want to talk about your domain right now. Could tell me what is the advice you want to give to somebody who is coming into development role, whether it is Java, .NET, full stack development, and how do you think the future of development is going to be? Is it bright or is it dull, or do you think it's going to be very great? So what is your opinion on your domain?
I think if let's say if any fresher is starting with this, development profile, right? So they should be very good with their, basics. Matlab, it is like agar .NET bhi पढ़ रहे हो और Java पढ़ रहे हो, right? So concept तो same ही रहेगा. Basics will be same. When you enter in corporate, right? So it is not like you are selected for Java profile, तो वो Java में ही काम देंगे. So you should be knowing कि अगर if they are giving you some other technology as well, so you should be able to work in that as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So basics बहुत अच्छा होना चाहिए, I think, and upskilling is very important.
Okay. Upskilling in terms of courses.
So when I started, it was like full stack. Like I started with .NET. फिर मैंने upskill करा Angular, SQL, right? And abhi, if you go and search for the full stack profile, companies are asking for AWS, Azure DevOps. मतलब सबको सब चाहिए, right? It is not like you can stay in this corporate Azure DevOps ही करके, right? So full stack maybe Azure DevOps even I learned. So it is required.
So basically, upskilling in terms of certifications, projects, doing all these things is very, very important. It's a part of the game, especially you're in tech. So you have to keep upskilling yourself and updating yourself. I think that's a very good important point which you have to work on. Okay, now one thing before we finish, right? I wanted to ask you this, right? So you already like in the whole 7.5 weeks of journey, there is one phase for everybody, right? That Gireesh, मेरे को नहीं आ रहा है. I think I'll give up.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't think whatever you are saying I'm doing it, but I don't think I'll get an offer. So what is that one situation where you face that I'm about to quit, I'll quit. And then how did you come out of the situation? And how did we come out of the situation together? And you got the offer.
I think that was the time when I had my, jiska job offer, I actually got it recently, right? So I gave the interview for this company, I think before some 25 days back. And I was getting that vibe that I am already selected for that, but I was not getting the offer letter.
Yes.
So the time when you know that you are selected, HR discussion ho gaya, salary ho gaya, and then you are not getting the offer letter, right? So you will start thinking like, bhai nahi aayega, maybe, sab kuch waste gaya. That feeling I started to get.
Correct.
But yeah, you made me, again back to the track ki bhai, you still have to apply new jobs, and if it has to come, it will definitely
Will come. Correct. So the moral of the story, guys, got an offer letter, keep applying jobs.
Yeah,
Don't
never
mess
stop
around,
that.
keep applying jobs. Until आपके हाथ में ऑफर लेटर आता है, तब तक application जानी चाहिए. Okay, because there are multiple factors, even if you have given best, which will consider in terms of sending an offer letter, right? So that's a very good thing. And she did pretty well after that also. She applied for a lot of jobs. And yes, she got it after a couple of days. And one more point I want to highlight is she waited approximately 3 weeks to get that offer letter from the completing of the interview. And there'll be some.
I think we got this 4 weeks में ही हो गया था.
Yes.
It is actually, but 3.5 weeks, I think we waited for the offer letter.
Yes. So we waited for the offer letter for 3.5 weeks, guys. One thing, again, patience. Patience. She had done it, but result is different. Process is different. Patience is very, very important. So if you're not having that patience and thinking that I have to get a job easily in this tough market, it will not happen. Okay. So please have patience. That's one of the takeaway from her journey as well. Now, last final question before we move forward is I wanted to share one significant mistake you have made early in your career. जब आपने इस कॉर्पोरेट करियर शुरू किया था, एक मिस्टेक क्या किया था? What is the biggest mistake you think, Gireesh, I would have not done that? And what you suggest people don't do this mistake in corporate career, especially in IT?
Yeah. So I think when I started my career, so I started feeling like जो मुझे आता है, I have to work in that only. Okay. So I was selected as a .NET developer there, and I was like, I am selected for this, so I will do that work only. Then I realized कि it is very important to upskill yourself, and if you are getting the chance to learn new things, so you should. And you should never compare yourself with other colleagues ki, they are getting good salary, or they are getting good hike, because if you have the skill, you will definitely get it one.
Yes. So basically,
so even one more to add, in that resume thing as well, right? So previously I was copying someone's resume who is from Amazon. Okay. Like one of my friend gave me a resume buying, some 200, 300 he paid to some Amazon guy, and he gave me the same resume. But it is like you should not copy someone's thing. It will obviously different for
because their skill sets are different, your skill sets are different, right?
Exactly.
Okay. It's like you can't fit in one size for all, right? Everybody's
true.
It has to be customized. Okay. Very good point.
Not even the work.
Yes. So agreed. Last one question before we wind up. What is the one piece of advice, Sakshi, you wanted to give to people, whether it is a fresher, whether it is a working professional who has applied hundreds of jobs, उसको calls नहीं आ रहा है, right? घर पे गाली दे रहा है. Their friends are getting jobs. They're comparing themselves constantly. मेरे को आता नहीं. Did I deserve this good job? If they're going through this phase, what is one suggestion you want to give to those people to get what you have achieved right now, to get their dream job? What is that one suggestion? One advice?
I think everyone has one or some fears in them, right? So they should learn how to come out of that fear thing, right? So for me, as I said, I was not able to clear that HR का question, right? And अगर मैं उस fear से बाहर नहीं आती कि भाई it is not that difficult if I do it, if I learn it correctly.
Yes.
Even if anyone can crack good jobs, it is about your path. How are you doing in that?
Yes.
अगर आपको कुछ नहीं आ रहा है, तो it is not like you have to stop there, but you should think कि how can you come out of it.
Okay, so basically you should have a quick feedback. You should
start getting good trainings. Yeah.
Feedback loop. There should be some training to be involved. You should become good at certain things.
Accountability partner, mainly I would say. मतलब experience बंदों के लिए तो I would say they literally don't get time after their working hours, right?
Got it.
So it's very important for them to get someone जो उनको बार-बार बोले कि भाई ये कर लो. And even to freshers, everyone are like लोगों का सुन के they are saying no jobs.
Yes, I hear this a lot of times. See, that's what I think. That is the reason I'm trying to do this podcast, to break that myth. Jobs high market में अभी भी बोल रहा हूँ, बार-बार बोल रहा हूँ.
Even We do have many in pipeline.
But लेकिन आपको पता नहीं चलेगा what is the process to get these jobs. You don't know the process. So you figure out the process, you get the jobs. That's the moral of the whole thing, right? Now, thank you so much, Sakshi. So I think it's great taking your session. I think a lot of these points are very, very important, right? And the main reason of doing this podcast is to inspire that person who is really serious, who has skill sets, but struggling to not have help, right? So follow this process. Forget about Gireesh, forget about me. Take about help. Take help from anybody who are
Yeah, true.
have got results, who can help you in this process, and you will definitely able to get it. Okay, so that's it from today, guys. I think this story will inspire you in terms of taking some action, making some changes in your job search journey. I'll keep bringing this kind of inspiring people in my upcoming podcast. Okay, so but before we wind up, Sakshi, now what are your future plans? So you got 100% hike right now. So when are you planning to next hike, and what is your next plans in terms of the career?
I think I would definitely try for again good work,
Product-based companies, I
because
would say. Next.
yeah, true. Yeah, where I will get what I'm actually expecting. And I think that as per my experience again, वो तो मिल ही जाएगा, because I am now working on my skills where
Yeah.
I was lagging, but I think now I am pretty confident that I will be able to crack more.
So the next shift you are going to make is into product-based company, right?
Yeah, true.
So keep up the work. I wish you all the best for that as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Keep inspiring people with your actions. Okay. And before we wind up, one thing I would love to describe Sakshi as the most consistent person in my whole training batch. Okay. She has not missed even one session. I think the biggest quality which I learned from Sakshi and people should learn is consistency. एक दिन भी नहीं गया था जो she didn't apply jobs. She didn't post content on LinkedIn. Initially, she struggled. So that consistency is what I think which has helped her to get it in 7.5 weeks. So I think it's a very great number. And I think that quality I should learn it, and everybody should learn it in their job search journey. So yeah, that's it, Sakshi. I think that's our today's session, guys. I'll keep bringing more success stories to you from the next series of Grow with Gireesh podcast. Stay tuned. And I wish you all the best for your job search journey. Hope you land all your dream jobs and all your family members and your life will become much more happier. Thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye. चलेगा?